this is Franki. I can never say your last name correctly.
Sock check.
She's 14 years old. She is amazing.
Thank you.
And she's going to be our speaker today. Welcome, Franki.
Thank you. And thank you so much. I'm so thrilled to be here. It really humbles me to know that I could be invited to speak to all of you wonderful ladies. I'm really honored. Thank you so much. I have a lot of respect for the Omro community, and I really appreciate the work that all of you do. So trust me when I say you all are way more important to me than this entire presentation. So what I mean by that is I am more interested in you, and as you hopefully ask questions, I can learn more about you and how we can both improve each other's destiny tonight.
I already have one for you.
Oh, okay, cool. Great.
You weren't expecting that
You'll
one.
be joining the Omro Women's Service League, right?
Of course. No, actually, yeah, I would love to. That'd be really cool someday.
Give you a couple of years.
Yeah. Right. So this is how I feel. A little bit awkward. I'm not really comfortable talking about myself. That's just not really who I am. I try to be a humble listener. But I was asked by Joni, the most wonderful, loving, compassionate bus driver ever. So I'm just going to let it all out. So I hope you find this entertaining. Alright, so since this is all about me, I am not perfect. I have canines that are still having trouble coming down and coming up. I have extremely crooked teeth. I'm going to have to wear these ugly gray railroad tracks for another 2 years. So that obviously does not help with my bad breath. I have so much hair, more than like an animal. If I didn't shave my mustache or pluck it once a week, I'd probably have a mustache. Same with my eyebrows. If I didn't pluck them, they'd probably be connecting in the middle. So yeah, I believe that God picks our features, and that kind of plays into what He wants from us.
Absolutely. Amen.
Totally. So I believe that you don't have to be perfect or the best at something to be noticed. So that's kind of my theme for tonight, my mantra. I am not that great at singing, nor am I at playing the piano. But my goal is to inspire people, and that always has been. And I learned early that singing inspires people, and that's how they notice me, and I think that's really important. I don't get paid to sing the national anthem, but I try to help people and move them when I sing the song. I try to help connect with our country's sacrifice, our liberties, and our freedom. So, rule number 1, inspiring people trumps being perfect.
I love her.
So today I am 14 years old, and I happen to have the same birthday as Ellen DeGeneres. And when I was 5 years old, I sent her my parents and I sent her a birthday video of me singing Gus the Goat. I'm not gonna sing it for you tonight, fortunately, but I will share a pretty interesting story. So, like I said, I sent her a video when I was 5, and about a couple months after I sent the video, I found out that she had a response in my inbox in the YouTube inbox. And YouTube was very new to us at the time. It was just coming out, so we didn't really know how to work with it and check our inbox. But yeah, she wanted me to be on her birthday episode, and we hadn't gotten, like I said, that email soon enough, but it was still cool to experience that. So rule number 2, if you ever send videos to Ellen, make sure to check your inbox first. So, I'm 14 years old. What am I doing? What have I done in 2016? So, to start out, every chance I get, I try to say I love you at least 10 times a day to my family members, whether it's when they leave the household, or if my dad goes to his office that's right outside the house, or if I'm going to bed at nighttime. I always try to fit in I love you because I think that's so important. It's kind of the core of our bond. So rule number 3, make saying I love you a habit. So I'll lay off the rules for a little while.
I love you.
I love you too, Julie. I've had a pitching style since I was in 3rd grade, and I'm not the best girl pitcher, but I think it's important to have a lot of team spirit and encouragement, and my team expects me to be the leader, and I think that's totally awesome. So actually, this last year, our team was undefeated, and we were conference champions. So that was pretty awesome. Thank you. I give all the credit to my coach, my wonderful coaches, and of course, my team. We had an awesome year. It was so much fun. So oddly, my leadership caught the eye of my dad's company called Nilfisk, and they wanted me to be in some commercials to help motivate employees. And it's called Quality Activities Communication, or short, QUAC. And yes, our mascot was, of course, a duck. So that was really fun. Here I'm singing our anthem for the Miss Oshkosh pageant. And I guess I must have sung it okay because I was invited back to sing for the Miss Wisconsin pageant. And it was the best night to do it because that was the night that they were choosing who would get Miss Wisconsin.
It looks like you're missing a leg in that picture.
Does it?
Oh my gosh.
That's really creepy. Don't worry, I have 2 legs, don't worry.
What about your Halloween picture?
Yeah. So my singing has been getting a little bit more popular around the valley. Here I've been singing on Saturdays at the during the Oshkosh Farmers Market at the Sundial from 10 o'clock till 12. And it was great because people could come and bring their food and from the farmers market that was just across. So it was really great. Actually, a funny thing though is about last year, I would sing in front of my mom's store, Action Dancewear, actually at the farmers market. But then the Oshkosh Farmers Market actually kicked me out. So that led me into getting my free permit at the Sundial. So it's really awesome. So expect me to be there next year.
How are you?
So the name of my performances is called Inspiration Celebration. And here I'm with my grandma. She's actually right there, Grandma Judy. She got me into piano lessons in the first place. And by the way, one of my piano teachers, Mrs. King, is here. So she definitely helped me a lot in getting into piano. I give Omro a huge salute because unlike Oshkosh, Omro actually invites me to sing at the farmers markets. That's awesome. I love Omro so dearly. Anyways, my permit in Oshkosh led me to get invited to perform at the grand opening of the Oshkosh Riverwalk, and the mayor and a couple of state dignitaries attended, along with all the TV stations. That was absolutely amazing. Fans at the Sundial recommended me for this wedding. Here I am at the coolest wedding at Silver Lake, singing for the bride and the groom, and I'm singing Elvis's I Can't Help Falling in Love. And rule number 4, when in love, sing Elvis. Very true. So Ripon heard about me and they invited me to perform at the Ripon Art Walk. They set me up at the best location. It was a blast. So let it be known, I play for tips, and they go all to my college fund. And this I actually found in my tip jar, along with a $100 bill with it. So I'll shut up for a few seconds and I'll let you read it a little bit. But yeah, still to this day, I don't know who put that in there, but that is just so generous, and I really appreciate it. So again, all my tips go into my college fund, and I plan to be a pediatric surgeon when I grow up. I've always wanted to be one since I was like 2 years old. So recently I thought it'd be a good idea and I could build a better mindset in the medical field by volunteering at Mercy Medical Center. And I work at the information desk, I work phone calls, I do transport, run errands, and it's a blast. I've learned a lot and I've made some mistakes. If you really want to know, I'll tell you about them later. But anyways, throughout the whole thing, I try to inspire when I'm there. And by the way, you see that boy in this picture? Yeah, he doesn't talk at all. So when I'm there for the 4 hours, I have to sit there, try to talk to him, but he doesn't talk at all. So the next rule, don't waste your time trying to inspire dorks. So once I got my feet wet, I was asked to be the entertainer at Mercy. So the greatest part was I get to sing outside of pediatrics. So that is just so cool to see kids walk out. And also another great part is I don't have to set up any speakers, microphones. All I have to do is sign in, bring my music, and just set up right there and start singing. And it's
Wait
a
a minute,
blast.
your dad does all that.
Right. I give all the credit to my dad.
Drop her off.
So when the doctors got to know me, they invited me to the Affinity Clinicians Banquet. It was held in the country club in Appleton, and that was absolutely amazing. I sang for 2.5 hours. So here the doctors are hanging out, listening to me, pinch me, oh my gosh. Because someday I would love to be one of them. It was just really cool. On that same day, I auditioned at the UW Fox Valley Theater for August Osage County. It's a play. You might recognize that from, it was actually a movie with Meryl Streep. It won a few awards. But yeah, they turned it into a play, and it's a little bit different than what I'm used to because it's all adults, except there's one role that's a teenage, she's 14 and her name is Jean. But after the auditions, I completely blanked out. I could not remember how it went. I felt like I failed. So my parents were kind of mad at me because it's like, how'd you do, Frankie? I don't know. So after the banquet, I found out that I got the role, and I was so shocked that I actually cried on my mom's shoulder. 2 days after the banquet and the auditions, I found out that I was offered a cameo appearance in a movie called Another Yesterday, and it's being filmed in Oshkosh, still currently. And we've been filming at Oshkosh North, Merrill, and it's such a cool experience. I was joining actors they were from California, Tokyo, and Chicago. Here I had to take a selfie with the main characters. They are so inspiring and so sweet. So thanks to the Omro's Farmers Market, I was invited to sing at the Omro Care Center for about 90 minutes. And it was awesome because it was the best sounding piano and everybody there was so kind to me. So I grew up loving Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, and I was offered the role of Dorothy, and actually Dorothy in Wonderland, so it's a little bit different. It was so fun. My entire cast was so talented, and we had the best directors and producers, and they were really good mentors, and I'd like to be like them someday. Here I play the role of Lucy in Charlie Brown for Oshkosh Community Players, and we're performing at the Grand Opera House. Here I provided a small concert for the members of St. Paul's Church. So that was really cool. Here I provided entertainment along with other bands at Thunder in the Park, and it was to raise money for children's cancer. And during EAA, the 388th Bomber unit members invited me to sing the anthem for the dinner banquet. And my family and I were just so honored to be there and be surrounded by such amazing heroes. It was really neat. I loved it. So I just experienced my first homecoming at Lourdes Academy High School. And at the dance, it was so much fun. I went with my friends. And here, I'm joined with two of my closest friends. And I play the alto saxophone. And we're about to play for our band. And we're standing in front of our freshman float that we actually won first place in our school. Still freshmen. Here I'm singing on the most perfect, beautiful Saturday at the Omro Fall Y'all. And that was a blast. This was probably my longest performance. I sang for 4 hours and 30 minutes. And it was really long, but it was so worth it. My dad recorded about 30 of my songs, and we put them on my website. We'll talk about that later. And here I'm at the booth at Titan Stadium. I'm just about to sing our anthem, and it was for our Lourdes football game. This was a little bit different because the speakers were not in the booth; they were outside. And I could not really hear what I sounded like, so I kind of had to just cross my fingers and hope for the best. So it was a little bit different. So tonight I have 2 parts. So that I just explained to you what I did in the past 10 months. So now I'm going to kind of explain how I got here. So, yeah, where did this all begin? Well, my Oma and Opa, I guess I'll start with that. They came to the United States from Austria after the war in 1952, and their names was Frank and Josephine Sakshek. So I'm named after them, Frankie Joe, or French Frankie Josephine. So notice that there isn't an E in my name, just because it's important if you're going to go to my website, frankiejoe.com, and you can find a lot of what I'm showing you right now. There are many videos and photos, and I have little personal notes, and I'd love for you to go there. I hope that you're inspired by what you see. So, I was an actress at a very young age. Here I'm just pathetic. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Mom threw that in there, I suppose.
Yeah. Here, I used to be a little bossy, a little controlling, so when Santa would drop the presents off, I'd try to take charge and hand out all the presents and pretend I was Santa. So my Opa, he would plant gardens and flowers, and he'd plant tulips for us that we'd always get pictures in front of, and I believe my grandma actually recently planted flowers in there too. So I pray to my guardian angels every time before I perform, even tonight. I ask them to give me strength and obviously to not screw up. And Opa is probably my angel on the top of our list. I look forward to being with him and with all my guardian angels someday. And by the way, he died about 3 years ago, and my Oma died when I was 2 years old. So when we visited Hollywood, my hands fit into the hands of the sidewalk, so that was a really fun trip. As time went on, the tulips grew, and so did I. So I felt that I really knew Santa. Before he would leave, he always asked me to play a few songs on the piano. So, yeah, here's a picture. Here I'm waiting for my dad to take me to the father-daughter dance in Omro. The truth is that we only danced a little because we ate a lot of cookies at all the times he took me, and we'd get really full because we ate a lot of cookies. So here are my best memories of riding the bus, and that's Joni, my bus driver, for Omro.
The one that forgot you a few times.
Yeah, I went past the house. Joni, no! Good times. So, like I said, I wanted to be a pediatric surgeon since I was super young. I got a doctor's kit for Christmas a long time ago, and it actually says Dr. Frankie Joe, and I still have it today. It's a little too tiny, but Still fits, little. This is my first time dancing on the football field in Omro, led by the Omro dance team. My sister, she was on the dance team, and she is still an amazing dancer today, and she always took the best care of me. She was like my second mother. She's still an amazing sister. So, if you were on my bully-free team when I was in about 2nd grade, your job was to report bullying to teachers. And bullying really exists, sadly, everywhere at every age. And we have to fight it like cancer, unfortunately. So in elementary school at Omro, we could bring any show and tell we wanted to. So I had to bring Miss Oshkosh. And I was so proud when our photo was printed at the Omro Herald. So that was really cool. So rule number 7, ask someone inspiring to come to your show and tell. So I took dance for about 8 years at Richards in Oshkosh, and that was so much fun. I made a lot of friends there, and also my sister, she took dance there too. And she had a dance major for a short period of time. So this is another rule that I'm about to say I've learned my whole life. Practice doesn't make perfect. It's perfect practice that makes perfect. And I think that's really important to know. I don't have really anything to say about this next slide. We were in Mexico. I don't really know what I'm doing. So this was a stage set that we made, my friends and I, and we brought it to school for my first big performance at a talent show for our school. And I played the piano for these 3 speckled frogs, and I'd sing a song, and when they would jump in the water, we'd have 2 of our friends splash water into the audience, and all the kids just went crazy. But all the water kind of made the janitors a little mad. But luckily, it was the last day of school, so rule number 9, if you must splash water at school, wait till the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
So people started to know me as the Omro singer girl. I'd get asked to perform on Veterans Day and at Fine Arts Night. So here are all a collage of pictures. I traveled around all the schools in Omro, and I'd sing for the veterans. And then I was asked to sing my first national anthem when I was about 11 years old. And this is at the Suicide Awareness Walk. And like I said, I've never done it before, so I had to practice a lot, and I had to pray a lot before I did it. And then my second national anthem, I traveled to Neilsville with the Omro Post 234. And I honor the soldiers all around the world, and they all came, and it was really neat. So my dad put this video on YouTube and sent it to the Green Bay Packers with a very friendly note. And guess who I met? Just wait for it. And Coach McCarthy. So that was really cool. I was 11 years old when I sang the national anthem for the Green Bay Packers. So the entertainment director from Lambeau recommended me to kick off the Republican Summit for Scott Walker. So this was probably one of my favorites. It was so cool. Because I actually got to meet him and I got his autograph, so that was the best part. So the Community Foundation holds a huge talent show each year. It's called Bright Stars Face Off. And I won by singing I Won't Let Go by Rascal Flatts. And the show was just so amazing, and the talent, it was so perfect. And my family got to go, and they got to see all the amazing talent. And I still, to this day, I can't believe how I won, because everybody was absolutely amazing. And that night, we got to ride home in a limo with my family, and it was so cool. So here, I'm sharing autographs with Bill Jarts at the Kiwanis Talent event. You might recognize them from the news.
Yeah.
I started going to Lourdes Middle School in the 7th grade. Just like Omro, I had to quickly invite Miss Oshkosh as my show and tell. So rule number 10, if something inspires people, keep doing it. My presentation. Before I answer any questions, I would like to show you all of my Frankie rules for inspiration if you'd like to note them or anything. But I had to add this last one. Always hug your favorite bus driver. So any questions? All right, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate being here. I'm so honored. Thank you so much. I had a blast. Thank you.
Frankie, where are you planning on going to school now that you're a freshman?
Well, I actually have been thinking UW Oshkosh because they have really good medical schooling. And I could live near home, near my family, so that's kind of what I plan.
Nice.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The first part where it's 10 months' time, you did an amazing amount of things. Do you enjoy being in the theater?
I definitely do. I've been doing theater for about 3 years now. I love it so much. I'm also currently in A Christmas Story along with August Osage County, but I love it so much. And all my casts have been amazing. Thank you.
When will that be at the Grand Theater?
I guess
December 7th through the 9th.
you should totally go to it. We have an
Thursday,
amazing
Friday,
setup.
Saturday. Yeah,
Is
you
that
can
the
get,
Christmas story?
yeah, Christmas Story, you can get tickets online.
Right.
Frankie Schwartz.
Yeah, I'm a boy.
I'm the boy.
Yes.
Are you gonna let your mustache grow up?
You never know, I might change my mind, but not right now, no. No way.
Is that a musical?
No, it's not. It's just a play. Have some of you seen A Christmas Story? It plays on ABC for 24 hours every Christmas. Yeah.
Try out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really good.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just a play. Yeah, I love that movie.
Alfie. Does anybody remember Alfie? Or Ralphie?
Yeah.
Ralphie. I love Ralphie.
There aren't
Who
many.
was the male actor that starred in Osage County? Wasn't that Clint?
Oh, no.
Meryl Streep and I can see him.
Julia Roberts and, Eric Roberts, he was the boy brother.
No, that's her brother.
He's not the boyfriend of the sister, I think. I can't, but the dad who commits suicide, he's somebody famous. I don't know who that is. Who was that?
I think they're all famous.
They're all famous.
Yeah. It's a funny movie. Yeah.
Well, tell them about when they got you for the girl part in Christmas Story, but they didn't want
Oh.
to waste your talent. It was such a small role, so they asked her to be the boy.
Schwartz, yeah. It's a little bit different than a girl part, but I have fun with it. It's totally different. I love it.
I can't wait.
Yeah, seriously.
I think they have special tickets, $10. If you buy them online and you put Merry Christmas in somewhere, you can get them for $10 instead of 15 or 20. I did. So, yeah.
What's your favorite kind of music you like to sing?
I love all music, but I like to sing the Beatles, a little bit of Elvis. I like to get a good mixture in there. Like, for an example, Hallelujah, Let It Be, Ring of Fire.
Are you gonna do the national anthem tonight?
I don't know, maybe. If you want.
Sweet mom.
In today's day and today's world of issues, I think it's just so important.
Totally. If you want, sure.
Don't have your pitch bite.
Yeah.
Want to try it?
Sure. Don't do that. I have a little bit of a cold, but
There's a piano reading.
Yeah,
You can get your pitch.
yeah, I'll do that.
No, she doesn't have a pitch.
Oh, Mitch.
Oh, Oh, that's music teacher talk. Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Secret code stuff.
I know that where the piano is this way. I don't know if it's into what else is actually.
No, thank you.
Let me see, I just craved my chocolate.
Alright, I'll go right here. You guys are welcome to sing with me if you'd like. Alright. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land